Hello, this is going to be a brief video on the financial compliance forms that are available on the SharePoint site for certain financial compliance submissions. My name is Bill Dart, and I'm Senior Director for Financial Compliance and Grants Management at the ICCB. So we have a SharePoint financial compliance site, and we have now 5 forms available for reporting those items. These are the 5 that are available. The Tax Revenue and Budget Information Survey, which is coming up due right away. Instructional Cost Report, due at the end of the year. And then 3, which we have used already this year to collect the submissions via the Microsoft Forms and SharePoint. So access to SharePoint needs authorization. If you have staff at your institution that need access, currently you would notify us via email, but we're looking to improve that, and I'll touch on that at the end of the video. The site, as a reminder, is for uploads and review. College staff are not able to delete items, so that can be comforting to know when you're adding people. They won't be able to delete anything, but if you notify us if something needs to be deleted, we can do that. So the forms are on the SharePoint site in the folder, the blue folder right here that I'm kind of circling, exclamation point, forms for financial reporting. When you open that folder, you will see this, the 5 PDFs, which have the links to start the form, and a set of the blank templates, which are those forms in PDFs that let you kind of see what you're going to be doing to complete the reporting and make any preparations that you would like to make. We'll hop on the site in a minute. This is, again, forms for financial reporting. This is inside that folder. We have the links to the forms and the blank templates. In the blank templates folder, we have the 5 PDF documents of the forms. So if I look at that on the site, here I'm on the site, I'm in the forms for financial reporting folder, and this is the blank templates folder, which I've opened in another tab here, and I might open one of those up before I complete my form to see with the layout and get an idea of what I'm populating where. These were made using the previous templates, and so there shouldn't be any surprises. Here in the actual form, you will see the old layout. We did an illustration of the previous layout, which people may be familiar with, and then the sections underneath that for the data that's needed for that report. So this section was the operating tax rates. That's the old layout, and then here are the questions to complete that. There is a branching feature that I will be discussing, which is important for these items that have multiple rows, or multiple elements. Those are done via the branching. So that is what one of the forms currently looks like. And moving back into the presentation here, once I open the actual form, I'll see this, which is the link to open the form. Once I click it into that, the form will open and I'll be able to start reporting my data. The branching is a feature for those items that need multiple rows, basically, of data to be reported. So we're going to see this in the tax revenue and budget information form and in the annual facility data form, where we get a list of capital projects that are completed and in process. For the tax revenue and budget information, we will have county information that's repeated. So I'll just open a new branch for each county that I would need to until I'm done. And then I would, after hitting yes a few times, then I would hit no when I'm done reporting my county information. There is a limit to the number of times that the branches can be set. So I don't think there's going to be any problem for the tax revenue and budget information form. We should have plenty of branches there. For the annual facility data, the number of capital projects in progress or completed may sometimes exceed the number of branches. And if that were to occur, we would just begin another form and continue. There's a button at the end of the form to hit submit. And once you do that, there will be a confirmation email from the ICCB Finance that's generated and sent to the person that's filled in, the email address that's filled in on the form. That will be the email that receives the confirmation email. That can be reviewed to see if there's any information that perhaps was incorrectly typed or misentered. And if that were to occur, you could just submit a new form and another form. It would be, and the new one would be used. We will use the most recent submission. There's a limitation in some areas for the amount of text that can be reported, and this is something that you might see with the capital projects again. And if that limitation were reached, similar to branching, we would just do a continuation on another form. If submitting more than one form is necessary due to the limits on branches or the number of characters in a field, let us know that the two forms together are the one complete submission via email. That would be very much appreciated and helpful if you could let us know if two forms are one submission. This is coming soon. We are going to add to the SharePoint and use Microsoft Forms to manage the distribution lists and the access to SharePoint information. And we're going to also provide a means for you to list your CFO monthly call participants. And we'll be able to manage those and share that with folks that manage those calls. So there will be a folder that will have an Excel file showing the current members of your institution with access to those different lists. The CFO list, because that's not just limited to the actual CFOs. We have several parties from different colleges on that list. The CFO Plus list, which is our broader financial set of that we notice folks in the system for our activities, and also the SharePoint itself, who has access to that. And then, like I said, we're going to also have the CFO monthly call participants identified there. So those four groups will be available for you to review, to know who's on each of those lists, and then you'll be able to use a form to add or remove participants on these lists. So we won't have to have emails that, so-and-so is on the CFO plus list and they've now left. You'll be able to see those and manage those through the SharePoint site, and there will be email notices pushed out so that the folks that manage the CFO monthly call list and the CFO plus list will get those notices, but they'll be direct as you're updating the form. Once the form's submitted, they'll get a push that is a change to be made, and then those changes will be reflected in your Excel file for you to know who's on these various lists in real time. So that's coming real soon, and there'll be a follow-up notice on that. So now I'm going to jump into a form on the site. I'm going to open up the tax revenue and budget survey form. There's my link. Click that, and now I'm in the form. I'm going to quickly complete this form just to demonstrate the branching more or less. And there are required fields indicated by the asterisk there. A lot of this is not, the data entry is not validated. So if I just put in 217 for my phone number, it will let me do that. The email, if I mistype that, I won't get my notification. I will take care to do that here. So here I'm getting my EAB and tax rate data. There's the layout that we had traditionally used in the template. And now I can enter my county information here, County 1. Oh, this is for, if it's estimated, we would put that in here, just as we've used in the past. That I didn't complete correctly, so I'm going to take that out. And here's my branch. Do I have more counties to fill out? I'm going to say yes. Click next. So now I've got my county 2. This does, like I said, the data does not verify, so please take care when you enter your information. And I'm going to say yes, I have a 3rd county. So I'm going to do county 3 and put in my information here. Maybe this one isn't estimated at this time. And no, I don't have any more. So I'm going to proceed to the next section. Here's the layout of the next section in the old template. And now I can go ahead and complete this section. Here, these are not required. I don't see the asterisks here. So I'm going to scroll just through this for purposes of completing this for the video. Other tax rates. Again, these are not required. If I have data, I would want to report that. Tax bonds and referenda. Here's the old layout. This is another one that had multiple rows, so there will be a branch that is required. So even if I have no referenda to report, I still need to select no, that I do not have another one to report. And then I hit next. Health insurance information. This is a section that is required. Including this checkbox is required. Notes are not required. I'm completing page 2427, so I'm nearly done here. Gross payroll, it's just one value. If I mistype a letter, it will tell me it's not going to work. And now the last section, I believe, is the waivers. How many waivers do we have? For senior citizens waivers, National Guard waivers, and DCFS waivers. Other, not required. I don't think this is required either. And final section of this form is the energy usage and cost. This one is a required section. I'll move through here. Complete other is not required, but the total utility cost is the last required field. Oh no, gross square footage is also required. Add any notes if I need to or comments about energy usage. And then I certify that this is complete to the best of my knowledge and belief. Pick my date that I'm submitting this. In the drop down, page 27 of 27, submit, and it has been submitted. Responses currently cannot be edited. We are looking into that, but the SharePoint that the state of Illinois is using is not allowing us to enable that. So that's where we are today. Responses may not be edited. If I found a mistake in what I had just done, and when I get the confirmation, I would submit another form. So that is the conclusion of the form and all that I had for today. Thank you very much.